Hey beautiful people, my name is Brittany and today I want to share with you a list of the 10 most impactful experiences of my life. This list came to me this morning in meditation, as really awesome, useful things often do, and I feel like my intention in those moments is just to let go of them. And so I'm very grateful that after that meditation, this was still really ripe within me. And I created a list, which I will share with you. It does feel important to say in advance that I'm sure that there are more impactful experiences in my earlier days, like in my young childhood. There were probably a ton of impactful experiences. And also these are the ones that come to mind right now that feel super valuable to share with all of you. I also have videos on just about all of these topics. So in the description below, I'll include links for each one. So that way I can keep this video less lengthy and more potent. You know what I didn't do was write this list in any specific order. So I feel like part of me feels like it would be beneficial to reorder it, but I'm just gonna go with it. Here we go. Number 1, Vipassana Meditation. Last year about this time, actually last year during this time, I was in Thailand and I was meditating for 10 days straight, 10 hours a day, silently, not talking to anybody at this meditation center with these Thai people who were just nailing it, and a couple of us foreigners who were like not as experienced. And it was an incredible, impactful experience for me. If you want the full story on that, check out my video. People told me like, yeah, do it, it's amazing. And nobody told me like, it's going to be super hard, or it might be. And for me, it was, and also still so impactful. Number 2, water-only fasting. A year and a half ago, I set out to do an extended water-only fast, basically where I really focused on resting and just drinking water. And I did that for 7 days, and it was an amazing experience. I have a vlog on that. Number 3, leaving my marriage and setting out to live the life of my dreams. Wow, that was a big decision. It also felt totally right and really resonated with me. It was interesting because I felt like my relationship was really awesome, and also I wanted for more. And at the time, it really felt like the best way to do that was to separate myself from that relationship and lifestyle and venture out. And I've had the most amazing life since. And my previous partner has had the most amazing life since. And now I feel like we're closer than ever. And that whole thing just like gives me chills thinking about. It's been an amazing experience. Number 4, living in a foreign country, having a foreign lover and partner. But before I left my marriage, I met my partner. I met him in Costa Rica when I was studying abroad when I was 19. And we ended up having this amazing, unexpected relationship, which started in Costa Rica and it didn't end. I feel like we're always having a relationship, but started in Costa Rica and then we moved to the States eventually. But before that, I lived in Costa Rica for about 2 years, maybe a little longer. And living in a foreign country is such an amazing experience. Even traveling to foreign countries is amazing. And there's so much to be gained there, I think, about learning about other people's cultures and customs. Being the person who is the foreigner is definitely a worthwhile experience. And then having a foreign lover, I just loved that. First of all, I loved learning Spanish, or I had already been learning Spanish, but bettering my Spanish and then becoming fluent and having a whole family in another language and friends and a whole life that existed in another language was amazing. That was a huge benefit of a foreign lover, and just learning about, people that have had really different lives than you and all the ways that can enhance your life. Number 5, polyamory. I feel like we're kind of in the relationship realm, so I am reordering my list a little bit, and I'm going to talk about that. I actually recently made a video on why I choose polyamory, so if you want to hear more about that, you can, and Conor and I have a channel on it. But somewhere around that same time when I left my marriage, I started having more open, authentic, undefined relationships, and that whole process has been absolutely amazing. I think it's the most hardcore thing I've ever done. It's definitely the most hardcore thing I've ever done, and my relationship with Conor specifically is probably the most badass thing that I do in my life. The amount that it brings up for me, the amount of growth that it inspires within me, the amount of value that it adds to my life is ridiculous. It's astronomical. I can't say enough about it. If you're curious about it, you can check out the many, many videos we have on our other channel. Okay, this one's fun to go off of that on. I'll mark this number 6. Having a 3-person relationship specifically. So in my style, my authentic style of connecting with people, there are lots of possibilities. I have lots of different people I love to connect with in all different ways, and sometimes multiple people of us will be engaging in a connection at the same time. So sometimes that looks like a shorter term thing, maybe a hookup, maybe friends that you get together with, and sometimes you're intimate, sometimes you're not. And then sometimes it might look like a more like relationship-y thing. And I have had such an experience, and it was amazing. It kind of blew my mind, really. It really challenged a lot of beliefs that I had had, or a lot of fears that I had. It helped dispel a lot of fears. It helped strengthen my bond with myself, with these other people, and I really saw us all grow and flourish within it. There's so many things I could say about the power of 3 and a 3-person relationship, and also Conor and I made a video about that, so you can check that out on our other channel. Number 7, leaving my traditional job and starting my own business. Yeah, I've said it before, but I feel like now I really don't have a job. I feel like I just share my life and my passion with the world, and I have worked hard, but it's felt like play to create a business out of all that for myself, and I love it. I love it so much, and it's my desire for everybody to be able to live and share their passion with the world. Number 8, going minimalist. Getting rid of a bunch of stuff. Physical stuff, for sure, and then emotional, mental, etc. But getting rid of my stuff that was just getting in the way of the life that I really wanted to be living. And specifically, a really impactful time felt like when I totally downsized to my small backpack that I live out of now. And I felt like unattached. Felt totally free, like I could go anywhere in the world with this backpack. I could have any experiences I wanted right now. Number 9, growing up rather independent and learning to take care of myself from a young age. I don't know if I've talked about this that much, but my parents are divorced from a young age. I think that they were actually separated before I was even born or conceived. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for getting back together for that special moment. Yeah, and then I grew up largely living at my mom's house with one of my sisters. My dad lived like a mile down the road. My other sister and my step-siblings lived there. So I had a really big family, but I also spent a lot of my time alone. Growing up, one of my sisters was pretty sick, the one that I lived with, and my mom put a lot of energy into taking care of her. My mom also worked a lot of jobs. Felt like money was definitely a struggle, felt like, for her and for us growing up, and she wasn't available a lot. And then when I was about 13, she met somebody and started spending a lot of time with him, and he lived very far away in another state. So I spent a lot of time learning how to take care of myself. I remember making my own lunches from a really young age, like very young, and then just being alone at the house. And I loved it. I loved taking care of myself and my friends. I loved cleaning the house. I loved taking care of the animals. And having that independence and that need to learn how to adult, I guess, essentially, felt like it feels like it's really been a huge part of me and who I am. Number 10. Okay, this is the last one, and it's two-part. Firstly, filming myself like I'm doing right now. Wow. Filming myself first for YouTube. That's how it started. Just to share about my minimalist pack with the world. Never expected it to become such a huge part of my life. And then later on, also filming myself for Insta Story. I do that a lot now. I love it. And for acrobatics. But all these opportunities to film myself and then watch myself and have that level of self-reflection has been incredible. The second part is sharing these videos with the world, videoing myself and sharing the intimate details of my life with the world has been extremely growth promoting and liberating, and something that I never thought I would do. I felt shy growing up for sure, and then when I didn't feel as shy, I felt like I didn't want to be presumptuous and assume that people would want to hear about my life. And both of those things took a lot of, they've shifted a lot for me. I have new relationships with those things. I love sharing my life here and just offering it up as data, just more data for the world, for anybody that's interested, and definitely not forcing my opinion on anyone. I don't feel like there's any right way. I love just being able to have this platform really where I can share my experience, where I can connect with so many other amazing people who want to share their experience, who want to participate in this way. And yeah, just having more community to grow with. That's one of the many, many amazing benefits that I've experienced from that. So that's my list. Those are my 10 things. Wow. Yeah, it's thinking about them all like that, I recognize it's been an amazing life, and I'm still very young in my life and have so much more to experience. So I wonder what a list like that will look like in another 5 years. Who knows? I plan to keep doing lots of extreme growth promoting things, and I know the universe is going to continue to throw these types of things at me because I feel them coming on the reg. Yeah. If you want to take your life to the next level and to do it alongside of me, I created this program, Simplify, which I have on discount all month. It's, I've poured a lot of me into it, a lot of all these experiences, and it's all there to help guide you to figure out what it is that you really want, what makes you tick, and what's like not serving you anymore in your life, what you could let go of. Because I want you to have the life of your dreams, because it feels so good for me to have that life for me and to share it with all of you. So thank you so much. Again, if you want to check out any more specifics on any of these topics, check the links in the description below. Mwah! Bye.